Hello friends, welcome back to my channel and happy Valentine's Day. So this video is going to be very special because finally after a very long time I'm back with another collaboration with some of my most talented doll friends. So make sure to check out the amazing dolls of UNNIEDOLLS, Tiamat Creations, Morg dolls, BlackSpaceDolls and HuDolls. So make sure to check out their amazing and fantastic dolls because I just really love them a lot. And now let's move on to the concept. For this repaint video, I decided to work on Cheshire Cat from Alice in Wonderland. Cheshire Cat is one of my all-time favorite Tim Burton character and I just really love her design. Her color scheme on both of the movies are fantastic and I just definitely wanted to repaint her. And I just also wanted to challenge myself and to repaint both of the cats from both of the Alice in Wonderland movie, and I think that it would be a very fun and cool experience for me. So if you guys are brand new to my channel for the very first time, then please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell, and now without further ado, let's jump on to the video. For this repaint video, I decided to use Monster High GG Green doll as well as this grey cat doll from Monster High. I don't know about her name, but I just think that both of them are just perfect for this repaint. So at first, using my GG Green doll, I'm just removing the doll original outfit. I think that GG Green come with such a fantastic outfit and I just really love it. I just can't wait to make something very similar in the near future. Moving on to the grey cat doll, so I think that this doll design is just fantastic, but I'm just not a very big fan of her skin tone, but I think that she's just perfect for this repaint. And now using the similar method, I'm just removing the doll original outfit because we just don't need them for this repaint. After this, I'm taking a very sharp scissors and I'm starting by cutting the doll hair. And now I will be doing the same thing with the other doll. You can also save your doll hair if it is in really great condition, but the doll hair was very greasy, so I just removed it. And now both of the dolls are looking fantastic. So after this, I'm taking my hair dryer just to soften the doll head and to remove this very easily from the body. And once the doll head become very nice and squishy, after this I just gently remove this from the body. And now I did the same thing with the other doll. You can also use boiling water method, but my background is made out of paper, so I just don't want it to use any kind of water in my studio because then everything would be just a mess. Now using my screwdriver, I'm just scraping out all of the gluey hair from the inside of the doll head. And now the doll heads are looking fantastic, but still we have a lot of glue inside of the doll head, so using my X-Acto knife, I cutted the doll head. And after this, I'm using my sharp scissors just to remove all of the gluey hair from the inside of the doll head. And I did the same thing with both of the heads, and after this the doll heads are nice and clean and I'm just really happy with the result. Using my 100% pure acetone in a piece of cotton, I'm starting by removing the doll's original factory paint. And I did the similar thing with the other one, and after this the doll heads are nice and clean, and I also give it a boil wash just to make them extra clean. Moving on to the doll here, but before starting with the reroute, I decided to take my purple lilac color of acrylic paint and I'm starting by painting the doll's skirt. This step is very important because if you reroute your doll head, then there would be not any kind of bald spots, and I just really love this step. Moving on to the doll here, so this time I decided to take some very similar color to the original design of Cheshire cat, and I decided to take this lilac and very hot pink color of acrylic yarn, and I'm starting by rerouting this acrylic yarn. I'm just taking some small strands of hair, looping this to my needle and starting my rerouting process. And once I have rerouted quite a few strands of yarn, after this I'm just starting by braiding it. The braiding process will take a lot of time, but the result is fantastic, and I tried this technique in so many of my dolls and I'm just super in love with all the dolls in which I have done this kind of braiding, because it's very satisfying and time consuming, but the result is fantastic. And once the braid is all done, after this I just made a very tiny loop at the end of the braid just to prevent it from opening. And now both of the braids are done, and then I did the same thing with the rest of the doll hair. And after 2 to 3 days I'm finally done with the doll hair and hairstyle, and I'm so much happy that how the doll hair is looking. And what do you guys think about this? Please let me know in the comment section. Moving on to the grey Cheshire cat, so for this I'm also using some grey, blues and brown color of acrylic yarn, and I'm using my rerouting tool just to start by rerouting the doll head. And I will be applying the same technique in which I used for my pink doll, and this is just satisfying and easy and fun to do, and must try this technique on your dolls because it just look very fantastic. And now I will be doing the same thing with the rest of the doll head. And now the braiding process is all done, and I'm so much happy that how the doll hairstyle and everything turned out. But the ends of the braids are looking very unnatural and not beautiful, so I use my pet brush just to brush the yarn. After this I'm taking this razor and I'm just starting by removing some yarn from it just to give it a very realistic kind of look. I also use my scissors just to shape this perfectly, and now I did the same thing with the rest of the doll hair. Here you can also see the comparison between both of them, and I think that the one which I have done are looking much fantastic. So once all of them are done, then I'm taking my hair gel and I'm just applying some hair gel to the ends of the braid just to prevent it from opening, and then it will be looking much natural. And now the doll hair is looking fantastic, and this take me a lot of time, but the result is fantastic. Moving on to the doll face up, but before starting with the face up, I use some tissue paper and some common pins, and I'm starting by securing the doll hair. And now I did the same thing with the other one, and after this I just give both of the faces a few coats of Mr. Super Clear, and after this I'm starting by repainting the doll face. So at first I decided to work on the pink Cheshire cat from Alice in Wonderland, and I use my tiny brush and white color of acrylic paint, and I am filling out the white of the doll eyes. So normally when I repaint my doll faces, I just speed up the process a lot, but in this repaint I decided to not speed this very much because I just want, if you guys can see that how I added all the tiny details and all the things in my doll face ups, and you guys will really enjoy it. So now when I'm working on doll face, let's talk about something else. So you guys will be definitely confused that why I chose both of these cats from Alice in Wonderland, but the concept was that I wanted to make two girlfriends. I just don't wanted to make any kind of specific character from Valentine's Day, like a chocolate kind of character or Cupid or something else, but I decided to make some very beautiful cat girlfriends, and you guys will be definitely like both of the cats. I just don't want to use any specific kind of colors because I think that in Valentine's Day everyone has the right to celebrate it, and I think that my cats, both of my beautiful cats, have also the right to celebrate their Valentine's Day, and it's just very fun, and I just think that you guys will also like my concept. Back to the face up. So I have already sealed the doll face again with my sealant. After this I'm using my purple color of watercolor pencil and I'm just adding some details to the doll eyebrows. And after this I'm also using my black watercolor pencil just to add some more dimension to the doll eyebrows, because I just wanted to make the doll eyebrows look much realistic and beautiful, because eyebrows are one of my most favorite part when it comes to a doll repaint. For the lip color, I decided to go for something very else, because I have done a lot of pink, peaches and orange color of lips on my dolls, but this time I decided to go for purple color because I have never done that very much often, so it would be a very fun and cool experience for me. Using a brown watercolor pencil, I decided to sketch out the doll irises. And make sure to give some time when you are sketching your doll irises, because it is a key of a doll face up. Using my very tiny brush and yellow color of soft pastel, I just fill out the doll irises, and this time I'm just really excited because I have never done yellow eyes a lot, so it is going to be very fun. So many people use watercolor pencils and their doll eyes, but the colors build much slowly, and I just decided to go for my soft pastels because the colors build much fast and the opacity is just fantastic. For the eyeshadow, this time I just don't want it to go very crazy, but I just decided to add some purple, blues and pinks and the doll eyeshadow just to make her eyes look much pop. And now using my black watercolor pencil, I also decided to add the pupils. Using my red watercolor pencil, I added some more and more details to the doll eyebrows. After this, I take a soft makeup brush and I added some purple colors to the doll forehead. Using my purple color of watercolor pencil, I decided to add some very tiny veins in the doll forehead, because veins are one of my all-time favorite thing nowadays, because Jakey wore this all the time in her dolls and they look fantastic, and now I'm also a very big fan of adding some tiny veins in the doll face because it makes the doll face much realistic and beautiful. Using my black color of watercolor pencil, I'm starting by drawing the doll eyelashes. And now I have already done one side of the doll eye, and now I'll be doing the same thing with the other one. And once both of the eyes are all done, then I'm using my red, pink and purple color of watercolor pencil, and I'm adding some tiny freckles all around the doll face, and at last I give her some eye shines and adding a lot of pearl powders all around the doll face just to make the doll face looks very shimmery. And with that, the doll face up is all done. And I have already removed all the tissue paper and common pins, and I think that the doll face up and hair is looking fantastic. Moving on to the next doll face up, so I'm using my very soft makeup brush and I'm just highlighting the doll face because the doll skin tone is very dark, so I just decided to add some whites and light grays to the doll face just to give it a more beautiful kind of look. And for the lips, I decided to go for very natural gray color because I just don't want it to add a lot of colors in this doll face up. For both of my cat dolls, I decided to go for very big and cartoony eyes because I have not done big eyes for a long time, so I think that it is going to be a fun experience. After this, I am using my black watercolor pencil and I am starting by drawing the doll eyeliner. Using some dark grey color of soft pastel, I am starting by drawing the doll eyebrows. For the eyebrows, I mostly use soft pastels because then when you add your watercolor pencil and a mixture of watercolor pencil and soft pastel, then the eyebrows look much realistic and beautiful. I am also adding a lot of whites all around the doll face just to make it much highlighted and beautiful. And I also decided to go for some very beautiful light kind of rosy cheeks. Using my black watercolor pencil, I draw the doll irises. And using my very favorite tiny brush, I am adding some blue and turquoise color to the doll irises just to make them very beautiful and very bright. Using my black color of watercolor pencil, I added some more details to the doll eyebrows. After this, I take a very light grey color of acrylic paint and I just highlighted the doll brow bones. For the eyeshadow, I decided to go for some blue, grays and black color of soft pastels because I just wanted to make her eyes look much pop and beautiful. I also did some very thick eyelashes for my doll because I just really love thick and beautiful lashes for my dolls, and at last I give her some eye shines, adding a few more details like tiny freckles to the doll face, and with that the doll face up would be all complete. For some shine and glowiness, I decided to add a lot of Pearlex powders all around the doll face just to make the doll face look much glowy and beautiful. And with that, my doll face up is all complete, and I think that this is one of the most beautiful face up which I have ever done, and I am really proud of her. Now both of the cats' face ups are all done, so we can finally move on to the doll bodies. So there was this kind of Scorpio design and the doll neckline, so I used my pure acetone just to remove it, and you also have to be very careful when you are using acetone in your doll body. And now this is looking nice and clean, so moving on to the doll outfit. So I have used this Monster High Draculaura doll top for this doll because I just really love the color scheme and it's fantastic. And my mom have also made this very beautiful purple and pink ruffle skirt, and this is fantastic. She have also made this underskirt using this pink color of net fabric, as well as this very beautiful tights. And now it's finally time for my step just to wear all of these things to my doll. So at first I'm just using these tights and I'm just adding these tights to my doll. And after this I'm using this Draculaura top and I'm just wearing this to my doll. I think that this is looking very cute, but still I wanted to add all the skirts because it's very important in this doll design. So at first I added this ruffled skirt to my doll. After this I also decided to add the underskirt just to make the doll skirt very poofy. And now this is looking very gorgeous and I'm just really happy with the result. For the doll shoes, I decided to go for nothing but pom-poms. Pom-poms are one of my most favorite thing in my dolls, and I'm using my hot glue gun and I'm just gluing them to the doll leggings. And now these are looking fantastic, so I'm finally putting the doll head and body back together. Using this kind of black bead string, I'm just adding this to the doll bun. So the doll design was really purple and pink, so I just definitely wanted to add some kind of accent color, so I decided to go for black tights, black beads on the doll head as well as on the doll hands. So I think that everything turned out very gorgeous. I have also added some very beautiful Alice in Wonderland theme charms to the doll waistline, and with that my first one doll is nearly complete. Moving on to the next doll, so she has some kind of design and I think that I just really like the design and it is going to be very perfect for this repaint. Moving on to the doll outfit, so this time I also taken this monster high top which I found on my stock box, and my mom have made this beautiful blue and grey ruffled skirt. She have also made it this grey kind of underskirt for my doll as well as this beautiful leggings. So at first I just wear this leggings to my doll. After this I have taken this monster high top and I just wear this to my doll. And after this I have taken the ruffled skirt and I just wear this to my doll. And off screen I have also added the underskirt. And now I am finally putting the doll head and body back together. For the doll hair, I decided to go for something very simple, so I have made this velvet kind of bow for my doll and I just added this directly to the doll head. After this I used some similar technique and added some pom-poms and the doll feet. I think that the pom-poms are looking very cute and I'm finally done with that. So I have used this kind of charms chain and I just added this to the doll waistline. And I have also added this mirror kind of charm in the doll bow and this is looking very cute, and with that I'm finally done with the doll outfit and I think that she's looking very cute. Moving on to the doll tail, so I'm using this doll original tail and I just cut it the end. After this I use my similar acrylic yarn which I used on the doll hair. And I'm using my hot glue gun just to hot glue them directly to the tail. I'm just adding them piece by piece, and after this I use my pet brush just to start brushing it. And once the blue color is fully brushed out, after this I decided to add the grey one. And then I use my pet brush just to brush the grey color of acrylic yarn. And now I will be doing the same thing with the rest of the doll tail. And now the tail is looking all done and I'm just not really proud of how this turned out, but I think that it is still looking very cute. Moving on to the next tail, so the doll don't have any kind of original tail, so I decided to go for this wire method and I added a very tiny loop at the end of the wire. And using my pink and purple color of acrylic yarn, I'm just adding them one by one. And I have added all of this acrylic yarn to the tail, and after this I use my pet brush just to start brushing it together. I think that it's a very fun and cool thing that you guys can see that how you can convert your yarn into a very beautiful and fluffy tail, and I just really enjoy the process. And after a little bit of time, the tail is looking all done, and I'm really proud of how this turned out. And what do you guys think about this? Please let me know in the comment section. And I also added both of the tails to my doll, and they are looking very cute, and I'm really in love with them. And with that, I'm finally done with my Valentine's Day dolls. I'm really happy that how the dolls turned out. And if you like this video, then please don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, like this video, share this video, and follow me on my Instagram. And also don't forget to watch all of the other videos, because all of the dolls turned out so much fantastic, and I just really love them. And I will see you guys very soon next week. Goodbye.